Hi guys, today I have a new video, and this video will be a fast update about Project Epoch. We have a new update on the Discord, and it doesn't really look good for right now. So hopefully it didn't take any holidays for this server. So first off, thank you for sticking with the project throughout many years of development and our turbulent release weekend. The volume of players is beyond what we could have imagined. And we know that many people have concerns based on our sparse updates and unstable servers. We want to start with the apology. Despite our efforts to be prepared for you, we were not. Our team has never run a project at this scale, and we weren't coordinated in a way that could easily respond to the reality of the live service. We have a lot of willing hands from experienced developers, but no clear clarity of roles, which left you in the dark about what to expect from us. This is the top thing we want to improve as we move forward on a technology solution. We are very optimistic about the internal changes we have made in response and our ability to better communicate going forward. Well, communication should be a good step forward, to be fair. Like, if you want to win trust, you need to be very, very transparent. And a lot of the communication has been like new issues found, but not really how they can fix it. That's how I see currently. I'm no dev. Obviously, it is not a joke. It is not easy to do, but it feels like they prioritize on making features for the server, making it very appealing, making a lot of the custom things, but they didn't really do anything like server wise and authentication wise and stability wise. That's what I see, because it's many years of development, but guys, I think it was already like in talks like since 2022 or something like that. Like, I might be wrong, but it, like, I definitely have heard it since 2 years ago. Like, I think a lot of like content creators from the private server scene already made videos about Project Epoch, but it was never really something already set in stone. But anyways, as mentioned earlier, we took half a day to regroup, and after analyzing both the server and database performance in depth, we now feel we have a very concrete plan on what needs to be addressed and how to go about doing it. The past 2 hours, we identified the largest performance bottleneck, assigned internal responsibilities to address it, and started a broader approach to provide reliable services, regardless of how any one specific optimization fix workouts. Our path forward isn't something that can be resolved overnight and isn't dependent on crunching out weeks-long complex optimizations either. This means the servers will not be up for anything besides testing for the next few days. In my opinion, like, it will not be stable till end of August. That's my guess. I just think they should be blunt and really say to everyone, like, look, we're going to postpone it till end of August or beginning of September. It's all, I think at this point a lot of people have already concluded that it will not be stable till a few weeks later. I will probably not see the testing since I will be on vacation. I hope when I'm coming back that it actually is playable and we can actually enjoy it. I think all of the custom things and the custom quests that they have made, that I have seen, are actually very well made, and it makes sense. The added quests to make a lot of the questing hubs more suitable and more alive, I would say. Like ergonomically, it's very good for the player base. But I think the custom stuff is not what the issue is. The issue is the servers and how stable it can be. We're not able to give a full timeline right now, unfortunately. We will provide a more detailed update within 24 hours. So tomorrow we'll probably hear something else. Our next update will include details about what has been going on behind the scenes, what our fix requires, and what you can expect moving forward. I hope so. I hope it will be a bit more clear. We know that we have to re-earn your trust now, and that's absolutely fair. We're committed to Project Epoch, and we thank you for sticking with us. We believe and believing in the project. So overall, like, my sentiment is that like they said, they were not prepared, but I already knew because of how they handled stuff. I think a lot of people would have preferred them to like postpone it um, for a later date. I think they don't do that because they want people to actually test the server and stress test it constantly. That will help for sure, but I think it will take a lot of time. So if you did take holidays, do not like for this specific reason, do not take them. Uh, Retract it somehow, some way. I don't think it's like a valid reason to take holiday right now. Obviously, if you have taken holiday for mob or for anniversary AQ40 for some reason, like more power to you. Or Total, that's also like again a good private server that has like content working, regardless of how you feel about Total, regardless on how I feel about it. Um, I do feel like I trust Epoch to do it well, but I think they should be like more clear and like be less naive. I feel like they are very naive. They could just like tell us that, look, it's not going to happen for this month. I think end of August would be like a good timeline, and it's where AQ40 dies out kinda for Classic. That's also 1 month into Mob, so it means that a lot of the tourists from Mob already is gone. And they're looking for the next best thing. I think that would be the best timing for Project Epoch, if it works. Again, for me, stable. Like if someone asked me like, what is a stable version for you? It is like a server that has like a capacity of like 7.5K, has a queue, doesn't break. You know what to expect when you log in, and you can play once you're in. You're not dropping out every single time. That is something stable. If you're saying to me that for you 2K and like players online and then having an 8K queue is for you stable, I think like you should like again that's numbers, right? If you're like position 8,000 and you have only 2,000 players online, you will need to have a 4 complete server wipe to be able to be present into the server. So it's not realistic. It feels like you're going to wait a long time to get in, and then you will hope to not get out. And I think that's like a bit tilting. I don't think it's going to be a good thing to have that prospect. What am I going to do in the meanwhile? Well, I'm not going to like be on the Project Epoch launcher and like launch every single time. I'm not going to do that. I know stress testing is like a good thing for the server, but I am not that committed to it. I want it to work. I wish it works, but it's not like I'm like not having anything to play regardless. Like I still have always something to do, and even if I have nothing to do, I could always come back to anniversary. Like I'm not married to the idea of like leaving anniversary completely, as I'm also not married to the idea of stopping mob once Project Epoch comes out. Like I think Project Epoch is going to be a good addition towards my mob content as well, because like again, mob is something you can combine very well with PvP once the season is already started. You just need to do conquest, and once you have your conquest up, then you can kind of grind for the rank in PvP. If your mates are not up, like you can always play something else, for example. Yeah, some people do say like, is it worth to go into Project Epoch and knowing that it's not Blizzard, and why not wait for Blizzard Classic Plus? Why not go anniversary for TBC? And those are all like valid things, and that's probably what it makes me not like hard commit on a private server anymore, because I know that eventually Blizzard will make the thing that is going to make it like long term and with a lot of quality. And yes, you can laugh about mob and how it started, but at the end you always were able to play. And I feel like it's easier to commit on something that is official instead of like unofficial, where the player base is still very niche. um and I like the niche part of like private servers. I like to have like multiple cultures and multiple population actually like congregating on one server. That's something I wish Blizzard actually did, like a EU NA server, like those two together, and that would be the mega server that would be like beating every single thing. But every single thing. But I feel like that's never going to happen. So that's the one thing that private servers has that Blizzard don't. But yeah, right now I'm torn in between. I do feel like Project Epoch has a bright future, but when does the future will like when it will happen? That's the question. And is there still a pop at the end? I still think like it's insanely popular. A lot of people are craving towards Classic Plus. So even if it's like negative right now, there is like maybe a bright sunshine after it. So I'll just wait 2 weeks, and if I'm behind, I'm behind. I really don't care. Some people might like level 2, level 15 with like hundreds of gold, or they're going to lift the cap to level 20 for some reason. That could be also possible. I don't really mind like being behind. It doesn't matter for me because I know like 85%, 90% is going to be behind regardless. So I'll be there doing my Dead Mines runs anyways. So it will be always something that is going to be interesting to do, at least. Anyways, it was a quick video about the update. Don't expect Project Epoch to come out anytime soon. It could come out next week, or it could like take 1 month or even 2 months, or postpone it till we don't even know when it comes out. They're not experienced guys. Like it could take ages, or it could take like a miracle build where if you don't touch anything it works kind of thing. But I think it's because of the Trinity core maybe, or like something went wrong, horribly wrong, that it happens like that. But it needs to stop though, because again, people give trust, but at one point they just are going to stop and maybe jump to Turtle WoW, or like even do nothing and play something else. But anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.